One of my biggest pet peeves in the real estate industry is multiple offers and how that offer presentation day goes. And not that I'm saying that multiple offers are bad or in some way demonizing them. They are, in many cases they're naturally occurring, depending on what the state of the market is, whether it's whether it's a seller's market or whether the house has been priced in such a way that is going to cultivate multiple offers. But certainly the way those offer presentations go can make a huge difference. And it's really, I mean, and this is what you get when you hire a great agent like myself, is you get someone who's going to simplify that process for you. So as an example, I was recently on an offer presentation. I was representing a buyer. There were 7 offers on this house. Offer presentation was 7 o'clock in the evening. And my client, for instance, she's an individual that wakes up at 4 in the morning. She's usually at work by 7:30, and she's not home again till 6. So believe me, by 7 o'clock at night, she is beat. Well, and at the end of the day, here's the challenge: is it took 4.5 hours for the listing agent of this property and the sellers to go through all of these offers. And I'm certainly not trying to toot my own horn. I mean, I've had offer presentations on listings I've had where I've gotten 15 offers and I'm in and out in an hour. And again, doing them at 7 o'clock at night. It is really about how you manage that offer presentation, how you set it up initially with the other realtors and communicate with them ahead of time when you know they're bringing an offer, how you are managing the expectations of your sellers and setting up that timeline and what it looks like. But I find so often in the real estate industry, and to be honest, there's no training around multiple offers. So oftentimes the only way you become really good at doing multiple offers, whether you're working with a buyer or whether you're working with a seller, is from doing them. There's no course in them. There's of course agents that you can that are more experienced that you can glean things from. But certainly the biggest thing in a multiple offer presentation is communication. And there's nothing worse as a representing a buyer, as a buyer's agent, is having to constantly chase down that listing agent for information and what's going on. So at the end of the day, this is one of my tips for what you get when you work with a great agent. You get someone who can simplify the process. And we know this. We know in multiple offers, in any offer, there's only 4 things that a seller has to look at. And it's going to be offer price, closing date, conditions or lack thereof, and the amount of deposit. And so also when you're working with buyers, again, for buyers, there's only 4 things you got to focus on in every offer presentation. And that is price, closing date, amount of deposit, and conditions. That's it. They are so simple, but so many people make such a big deal out of them.